Have you ever looked at an older woman, the way she carries herself, the way she speaks, or even just the way she listens, and thought, there's something about her, something I can't quite explain? It's not just experience. It's not just age. There's something deeper going on, and today we're going to dive into the fascinating psychology behind it. No lists, no countdowns, just a raw and honest conversation about what makes older women truly unique and why most people overlook the real magic behind who they are. Because I promise you, once you understand this, you'll never see them the same way again. Now, I want you to think back. Maybe it was your mom's friend, maybe a teacher, or maybe a woman you met at work, confident, calm, and grounded in a way that made everyone else seem restless. She wasn't trying to impress. She wasn't chasing attention. In fact, she probably didn't say much at all. But when she did, everyone listened. That's not by accident. You see, by the time a woman reaches a certain stage in life, and I'm not talking about a specific age here, she begins to shift from proving herself to just being herself. And that shift? It's powerful. It changes everything. Psychologically, older women often operate from a place of emotional maturity that's been earned through real-life heartbreak, setbacks, wins, and silent battles no one saw. They're not naive. They've learned, often the hard way, what they will and won't tolerate, and because of that, they don't play games. And here's what most people don't realize. Older women tend to be far more self-aware than younger women, and I don't mean they're always enlightened or never make mistakes. They do. We all do. But they've had the time and space to reflect on their decisions. They've seen patterns. They've watched themselves grow, and sometimes fall, and get back up again. That reflection turns into a kind of quiet wisdom that doesn't shout. It just is. You'll notice it in how they argue. They don't raise their voices, unless it's truly needed. They don't try to win you over with charm or seduction. They'll speak their truth, even if it scares you. Especially if it scares you. Because by this point in life, they've realized that being liked is not the same as being respected. You know what else is interesting? Older women don't waste time overthinking text messages. They're not sitting there wondering if you're mad because you took 3 hours to reply. If you're not interested, they'll just keep it moving. No hard feelings, but also no second chances. That clarity, it's not cold, it's protective. It's the result of decades of learning who drains their energy and who restores it. And they've chosen peace. Not drama, not chaos, just peace. And here's the wild part. The more emotionally stable and centered they become, the more magnetic they are. And they don't even realize it. There's something undeniably attractive about a woman who knows who she is, who doesn't need permission to be herself, who can sit in silence without needing to fill the space. That kind of presence isn't taught in any book, it's earned. And maybe you've noticed this. Older women are often incredible listeners. When they ask how you're doing, they actually care. They don't interrupt with stories of their own, or try to fix you, or give unsolicited advice. They just listen, and that alone can feel revolutionary in a world that never shuts up. But there's another side to this. There's a kind of loneliness that older women carry, a quiet, dignified loneliness that's not always spoken about. Because society has this toxic tendency to equate a woman's value with youth, with beauty, with how desirable she is. And that's unfair. It's cruel, actually. Because what about the beauty and depth, the kind that only time can bring, the kind that doesn't scream for attention but draws you in because of how safe it feels? There's a quiet strength in older women that younger generations could learn so much from. But the world doesn't always see it. It's too busy swiping, scrolling, chasing dopamine hits, never slowing down long enough to notice the woman in the corner of the cafe reading a book, alone, peaceful, unbothered, and so alive inside. I remember this one woman I met at a bookstore. She was in her late 50s, maybe early 60s. Silver hair, slight wrinkles around her eyes, but her posture, perfect. She had this elegant presence that made you straighten up just standing next to her. We started talking about poetry, of all things. 30 minutes passed like 3. She told me about the time she moved across the country by herself, leaving behind a marriage that had quietly broken her. No drama, no hate, just a quiet decision to choose herself for once. And the way she spoke, not bitter, not angry, just calm, whole. It taught me more than any book ever could. And that's the thing. Older women have stories, real ones. Not Instagram captions, not TikTok trends. I'm talking real love, real heartbreak, real resilience. They've held dying parents' hands. They've raised kids or lost them. They've started over, sometimes with nothing. And still, they smile. Not because life's been easy, but because they know it's precious. And if you ask them what matters most, they won't tell you money or fame or status. They'll say peace, love, time, health, moments. You want to know something else? Many older women are actually more adventurous than ever. Why? Because they've stopped caring about what others think. They'll travel alone, start a business, learn to paint at 60, go skydiving at 65. Because finally, life belongs to them. And that freedom, that's what makes them so inspiring. They're not chasing the perfect body or the perfect man or the perfect life. They're chasing meaning. They're chasing connection. And sometimes, they're not chasing anything at all. They're just being. And that's powerful. So maybe the world tells us youth is everything, that the younger a woman is, the more valuable she is. But the truth? Older women are a different kind of beautiful, the kind that can't be replicated, the kind that knows itself, the kind that walks into a room and doesn't need to compete, because she's already won the battle of becoming herself. And maybe, just maybe, that's what we're all really looking for. Not perfection, not fantasy, but truth, wholeness, wisdom wrapped in laughter, strength disguised as grace. So the next time you meet an older woman, don't overlook her. Ask her a question, listen to her story. You might just learn something. That changes the way you see the world. Because behind every older woman is a younger woman who survived. And trust me, that alone makes her worth listening to. If this video moved you, inspired you, or made you think differently, share it. Leave a comment below and tell me about an older woman who's inspired you. And if you're an older woman yourself, we see you, we appreciate you, and we thank you for being exactly who you are. See you in the next video.